Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning here in Austin, Texas. This is day 562 of the 3+ Minutes of Blanks Challenge. And as always, I am filled with gratitude. Thoughts on my mind today. It's actually quite a few. So I'll try to condense it as much as I can. First and foremost, I did not go out to run today. I think I woke up this morning probably about 3:30, bushy-tailed, wide-eyed, and I just couldn't get myself out to go get the run in today. And I guess normally I would beat myself up over it. And there's a part of me that's like, okay, that's cool. Give yourself grace. We're gonna get back on the horse tomorrow. And I know that I will. And I know a lot of it is because for the goals that I am trying to attain, the only way to do it is to go out and get the work in. And so I know I will. Secondly, I've been listening to my sermon, to the sermon from my church 2 or 3 days ago, a couple of times. Actually, I just finished it off again, and actually, I was just listening to it right before I got to this video. It's talking about lamenting. The last few days, I have been thinking about, talking about, expressing with friends, figuring out certain things in my life. And it leads to deep reflection. First and foremost, I am thankful for all the lifeboats in my life. There's quite a few of you all. Everyone from Nikki to Terry, from Steph to Hosea, to CJ. You guys keep me grounded, and you also hold me accountable, even when sometimes I don't want to hear it. So I'm thankful for you. Now, what I will tell you about that, though, is I still think that we all have our walks with God. We all have our different journeys. And just because God expresses something to someone else doesn't mean that we still don't take the time to listen ourselves, like to really listen to it, because it's our past that we go through. But I garnered a lot from these conversations because a lot of times I need to hear it. I really do. And I do know that at moments I do get defensive. It's just the absolute truth. I'm a human being, but I have to learn a lot of times that sometimes I just have to hear these things and I have to hold myself accountable. And so that's something that I work on consistently every day. I was listening to Mike's story. Mike is a gentleman at Gateway who is suffering from terminal cancer. And I was just listening to his video about what's going on with him. And what's so amazing to me is his vulnerability touches me so much. Like every time I hear his story, I'm crying or just on the verge of crying because I understand where he's at to some degree. And there are moments that I doubt. There's moments that I struggle. There's moments when I'm just mad at God. But ultimately, I know that he's doing what's for my greater good. And me being able to be vulnerable enough to let him know where I am in my concerns isn't about being the superhero. I don't have to be Superman all the time. There are moments that I'm Clark Kent and I'm comfortable with that. And it's those moments that I think are where I'm the nearest and closest to God, where I'm the nearest and closest to who I am ultimately, and the nearest and closest to where my purpose is. And so I don't know Mike personally, but I want to thank him for his words and his wisdoms and his strengths and his vulnerabilities. And brother, I pray for you, even from afar. Love you. Anyway, be blessed today and every day. Talk to you soon. Peace.